Good evening from a wet, rainy Hampton, which has been a little unusual this summer, but yes, it's a Sunday evening. It's been raining on and off all day. I've got a bit wet. I've been in the garden all day and now all evening, and I am doing some I've done some cutting ready for deliveries tomorrow, so I'm going to do some conditioning, and I thought I would very quickly demonstrate some conditioning. Conditioning is what you do, so I always pick into water. It's a lovely idea to think that one can wander around the garden and pick the flowers and foliage and put them straight into a beautiful basket and look very ethereal and just actually, which is lovely, and it would be very lovely and lovely idea. However, the reality is that if you do that, then particularly in the heat that we've had of late, your flowers are going to die, certainly not going to last very long. So I tend to cut straight into a bucket. I've actually done a mixed bucket here. This is more of a mixed bucket than I would normally do, but for these video purposes. And what I am doing is I am removing anything that is superfluous for arranging and also for conditioning. So this is an amaranthus. Some of them do that beautifully. This one just happens to be more spiky and spiry. And I've removed all of the greenery down here, which is going to be potentially in water. And I've also removed any of the leaves that I think aren't really required. And if you leave too much leafage on something like this is a bigger one, might be easier to see. These big leaves expire, so they take up, or they lose. I'm going to put that one in there. They lose moisture when they're in a vase. So it means that this cut bit here wouldn't last as long in a vase, and I need my things to last as long as possible because they're going out to clients. So now you can see I've stripped all the stems here, and I've stripped most of the leaves up here, all of the leaves in fact in this one, and I'm going to put it in this. Is a nice big, it's got lots of water, so it's narrow but it's got lots of nice water in it. Okay, next up, this is a very lovely pale yellow gladioli that I have cut this evening. It could have done a little bit longer on the stem, but I've cut it because it started losing its its form. So in this instance I am going to ease it out of its leaves as much as I can without breaking too much. I'll probably use that tilt of it, but I've now taken most of the leaf off. I'm going to put that in there. Sometimes this lower one, if I don't catch it, might have gone over, so I take that off, but this one is going to look lovely and it'll be good for a couple of days in water. And then these, I make sure that I've got a really clean cut across the stem, and I put those, this is deeper water than I would normally put them in, because they hold a lot of bacteria because they're so white, but they're lovely in arrangements. So that's that. And then this is very beautiful. Very beautiful Delphinium. Now, very lucky client's going to get this tomorrow. I've not grown, I had a great deal of success growing Delphiniums, but these have been particularly beautiful. So what I'm doing is I'm stripping off, I have a bin here which goes straight into the compost. I'm stripping off the lower leaves. It's quite easy to do it that way. I'm also stripping off any of the flowers here that I think probably won't last very long because it starts flowering from here and comes up. These are just open. I'm a bit late cutting this, really, but there, so it's stripped, that's going to go, and these will now sit in water, ideally for 24 hours before they go out to a client. Now I tend to find, particularly as it's damp and a little cooler now, that's why I'm cutting this evening, so that I will let them sit this evening, and then tomorrow morning I'll arrange with them. But the idea generally is that you cut them and give them some time to drink water. This lovely dahlia, very sweet little one. I'm going to leave these because they'll look interesting and as you see, I've just stripped it back again to go. I'll do another. Here's one. There's not a lot of leafage here. Again, I'm going to, actually this one I'm not. I'm going to take these off. So I'm going to snip either side of the stem that I want to keep. So I've removed everything. So that's going to be really easy to arrange with. And in it goes. And one last thing that I have to show you this evening is, oh, no, I've done it already. But this is some lovely dill, and what I do is I do tend to take away the little snaggy bits. I strip it down into lengths because that was probably attached about there, and I strip it down and I take these straggly bits off, and there we go. So those are ready for arranging tomorrow morning as well. So there you go, on a wet and soggy Sunday evening.